go ahead and mute myself out. Justice,
Can you
you're on, man.
can you hear me, buddy?
You rock. I can.
Thank you for that unbelievable introduction. I'm super excited and honored to be on today. I'm incredibly humbled to be asked to be on, and I love what you're doing with this call. I love what it does for our industry, our community, and you know, I think a lot of times, guys, leaders like Steve out there, who is just, I mean, he's just a man. If you follow Steve regularly, you're a smart cookie. You know, guys like Steve, watching what you guys have done, you know, especially kind of when we get to really know each other pretty well, and I get to watch from right alongside you. I mean, you inspire me, man. So thank you so much for all you do. I'm super excited to be on here this morning. And you know, you mentioned that I have a tendency to talk about mindset a lot, and you know, it's really funny. I think people, you know, I think people look at some of the things I talk about, and when they look at, oh, got someone out there that is a little unmuted, but when people see, you know, trainers like myself come out and speak on certain things, I think you guys assume that, you know, it's where we've been great the whole time, right? It's the area of expertise that just came easily to us, etc. And in fact, it's quite the opposite. The reason I speak on mindset so much is because, you know, getting my head right, getting where I needed to be, becoming the person I needed to be to start getting results in this business was a huge struggle for me. So for that reason, I love speaking about it, because I can share with you my firsthand experience. I can share with you my firsthand struggles, my firsthand successes, my firsthand breakthroughs, you know, and that's why I speak about it. So if these are things that you struggle with, if they're things that are foreign to you, know that that's okay. Okay, that most of us were there, especially me. So, you know, today I want to share with you something that I think is so important. And you know, Steve asked me what I wanted to talk about. I said, Steve, let's talk about belief, man. Let's talk about building an unshakable belief. And the reason is because I really believe that as your mindset goes is how your business goes. But more importantly, you know, how your belief goes is really how everything goes in your business and your life. And you know, when you have belief in what you're doing, when you have, you know, unshakable belief, it solves so many problems. But what I realize when I speak to people who are struggling is that they're lacking belief in one of three areas, okay? And you know, it's very interesting. I had a guest speaker on a call for a coaching program we did, a guy by the name of Mark Hoverson, and he said something very powerful. And he said, at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, at a deep level inside you, most of your problems are ethical problems, okay? And this is something that I have really come to understand when I evaluate people's belief and how it in correlation to where their results are at. Now, what are the three things that you really need to believe in? Well, you may have heard this before, but you need to have belief in yourself. You need to have belief in your company or product, what it is that you're promoting, and you need to have belief in the industry, especially if you're a network marketer, okay? If you're an affiliate marketer, if you're promoting business opportunity, you need to believe in the industry. Why? Well, you need, right? If everything boils down to being an ethical problem at some deep level, if you don't believe in the product or the company that you're promoting, well, ethically, you're going to have an internal struggle. If you don't believe in the industry, well, ethically, you're going to have a challenge, okay? You know, sharing something with someone as an opportunity. If you don't believe in yourself, well, that's a whole nother story altogether, right? I mean, how are you going to get out there and make things happen and have people follow you if you don't believe in yourself? So first and foremost, how do you build belief in these three areas? Well, you know, belief in yourself is going to start with you. It's going to start with consistency. It's going to start with personal development. Okay, I mean, if you are not working on your mind, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. This is the number one priority in my book. Personal development daily. Affirmations to build your belief. I mean, we're literally training our brain to see the future that we want. Okay, so, you know, affirmations and personal development consistently are huge. Now, how do you build belief in your company and in the industry? Well, you get to events. You get around leaders. You get on calls like this. You get around people. You surround yourself with people that have what you want, that have the results you are looking for. Now, why is it so important aside from the ethical, the deep down ethical issues we can have if we don't believe in something and try and promote it? Well, listen, guys, if you can build your belief, so much is going to change. I want you to realize something. I mean, one of the things, I mean, there's really very few things to execute in this industry, okay? We've got to share our product or opportunity with people over and over and over. Now, whether you're an online marketer, whether you do that offline, it really doesn't matter. That's the name of the game. Those are the money-making activities. The more presentations you show, the more product samples you get out, the more times people get exposed to what it is that you offer, the more you're going to win. But I want you to realize something. People join people that are going someplace. People join people that are higher energy than them. People join people that believe in their mission. You see, when I talk to people who are struggling in this industry and I say, okay, let me evaluate their beliefs. Okay, do they believe in themselves? Do they believe in their company or product? Do they believe in the industry? See, most people believe in their company or product. That's why they're representing it. That's the easy one, right? But what happens is not, they're not sure. They don't have personal results yet. See, you have to have belief before results. And that's a difficult thing for a lot of people to wrap their head around. Okay, you have to be the person that is, that you have to be the leader. You have to be the owner of the $1 million business before you're going to have the $1 million business. You've got to believe in yourself that you're going to make that happen. You've got to believe that the industry can provide those results and is going to provide those results for you and can do it for other people if you put your head down and do the work. So I want you to realize something. When you build your belief, when you know where you're going, when you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're taking this to the top, so many things change. The biggest thing I hear from people is that, listen, I'll go talk to this person when I have results, or nobody's listening to me because they ask how much money have I made yet, or, they'll give it some consideration once it's worked for me. Let me tell you something. That is a product. That response is not a product of your lack of results. It's a product of the vibration you're putting out based on your belief. Jerry Clark, one of the guy, a great trainer and leader that's been in this industry for years. He put a lot of great positive mindset training out there and industry training out there. He says it's not the words you say, it's the music that you play. You see, ignorance on fire can be a lot more powerful than someone who knows their product, comp plan, opportunity back and front. Because their belief level is so high that it becomes contagious. If you get out there and you know where you're going and you're taking this thing to the top and you believe in yourself, people are going to listen. People are going to follow. The questions, the objections about how much money have you made, all these different things, they go away. See, that's something that so few people experience, so few people realize. They search around for the magic bullet. They search around for that magic script. They search around for the perfect objection handler. When in reality, the thorn in their side is that they don't see themselves going to the top. See, and it creates this unbelievable catch-22. I want everybody on here to understand this, and you may have experienced this before. What I see happen all the time, okay, as I see someone, they get into this industry, they're excited. They're gung-ho. They want to get out there and make it happen. And, while they have all that excitement, there's this little voice in their head that doesn't believe it's real. There's this little voice in their head that isn't sure this industry is the real deal. There's this little voice in their head that says, maybe you can do it, maybe not. And what happens is now their belief is hinging on what happens next. So they get out there and they run with this excitement. But that little voice in their head, it shines through. I'll tell you, when you have doubt and you share something with someone, they know. They can feel that doubt. So what happens? A little bit of rejection, not quite the result someone's looking for. And now the doubt gets a little louder. The negative self-talk gets a little louder. That belief that was hinging on the early results isn't there. Now what happens? Well, belief in, remember, ethical problems, right? Well, now when you go to share your opportunity with someone, there's that little voice in your head that says, am I really doing them a favor? I mean, I haven't gotten results. Can this really help them? One of my mentors, Ray Higdon, says something really powerful. He says, you have to believe in possibilities. See, when you get to events, when you get around leaders, when you get around people who have made it happen, you see what's possible. Your belief has to come from the possibilities. That's why you get to these events. Because you need to have unshakable belief even before maybe you have the results. That's going to solve your problems. That's going to have you recruiting. That's going to have you unshakable. When someone says, how much money have you made? Well, I don't know. I just got started. But I was at an event last week, and I'll tell you something. There was a guy that came from X, Y, and Z challenge, okay, in his life. He had it this tough, and he made it happen. Possibilities. If you believe in that possibility, you're doing someone a favor. See, you have to believe that what you're sharing with someone can help them. If you're still on the fence about that, you're going to have an ethical struggle somewhere deep inside you. And on top of that, when you share it with them, they'll know it. Okay, the vibration that you put out there it's going to hold that disbelief. It's going to hold that doubt. It's going to represent that negative self-talk. Believe me when I tell you. I know, because I didn't believe, because I lacked the confidence, because I had the doubt both in myself and in the industry. And I've represented things where later I had doubt in the company or the product, and when that doubt creeps in, everything changes. So your number one priority isn't the marketing strategy. It's not the closing script. It's to work on yourself, because your business will go as your mindset goes. It's to build that belief. It's to do the personal development. It's to do the affirmations. It's to get around the leaders. It's to get to events. It's to surround yourself with the people that are making it happen. So even if you don't have the results right now, you believe in what is possible. You believe that what you're sharing with someone is a gift. Because there's a possibility, there's an opportunity for them to change their life, for them to change their circumstances, for them to change other people's lives and circumstances, and you know it. You see, you've got to walk tall. You have got to walk that walk. You've got to know each and every morning that you're on a mission and that you have something special. I challenge people to walk around and say, hey, when people say, how you doing today? To say, I'm great. Hey, how's that thing going? Hey, it's going great. Why? Because you're taking it to the top. Yeah, well, if someone tries to knock you down, well, it seems like you don't have results yet. Oh, I'm learning so much, and I'm right on the verge of massive results. Okay? And I know it. Let me tell you what's happened to some other people who have come from tougher circumstances than me. I believe. I don't care what you say. I don't care about the rejection. I don't care about your objection. I'm taking this to the top. See, do you guys understand how important this is? Do you understand that your productivity, when you believe, goes through the roof? That people follow, okay? When you have that energy, when you have that when you're going to the top, people follow. Do you understand that your recruiting will change? People say, well, nobody takes me seriously. Nobody, people don't return my calls. People aren't taking the business opportunity seriously. People aren't looking at what I'm sharing. Okay, well, one or two, so be it. That's their problem. They're missing out on a great opportunity. They're missing out on a great product. They're missing out on a great opportunity to work around you and be impacted by you. But if that's the effect, if that's the reason, what's happening with everybody, let me tell you something. It's not what you're saying, it's the music that you're playing, okay? You need to believe in where you're going. You need to share this with excitement. You need to share this with passion. You need to share your business knowing that you're doing someone a favor. And if they see it, great. If they don't, you're going there anyway. Guys, work on your mindset every morning. Crank that personal development out. Write out your affirmations, get around events, surround yourself with people who are making it happen. Believe in possibilities. You have to believe before results. If you don't, you're going to get yourself caught up in that circle and the results aren't going to come. So I know we're 17 minutes past the hour here. Here's what I want to tell you. It's been a huge honor to be on this call and speak to you guys this morning. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, connect with me on Facebook. Give a shout out. I'd love to get your feedback. Here's where you can go to hear this call and other calls that Steve does. I mean, this call is so amazing. What he does every Monday morning is just awesome. You're going to go to stevecrypto.com/mindset. I looked there the other day. I saw all the recordings, the SoundCloud recordings. Amazing stuff, Steve. I'm so happy for you and what you're doing, and for everybody that follows you and what you're doing. So guys, connect with me on Facebook. Go to stevecrypto.com/mindset to listen to the recordings. Hope you got loads of value out of this morning's call. Get out there, build that belief, crush it in your business, and make it an amazing day. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon.